Josh McCuistion of Soonerscoop.com here at Bridgeland High School with Oklahoma offensive tackle commitment Ryan Fodje. Ryan, we're talking off camera, man. It's been a little while since you and I caught up. I think you've grown at least an inch, man. You look like you're filling out. Like, what's the last year been like? Because the last time we really talked in person, obviously we've talked a lot since then, you hadn't even committed yet, man. So, I mean, what's the last year been like? Is, I guess, probably a lot more people know who you are these days.
I mean, it's been a journey just, finding who I really am and be able to play football, the game I love the most has been the journey.
Okay. Now, in regards to Oklahoma, I mean, I remember talking to you back then. You were like, I really like Oklahoma, and I think it surprised me even a little bit at that point. With the decision, with everything that's happened, what's that relationship kind of like with you and OU at this point?
I mean, I just love Oklahoma. Like I said back then, I think it's still the best school. Mm-hmm. If Coach Bedenbaugh is not going to sugarcoat things at all, at all. So, I feel like I made a great decision, and I'm going to stick with it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, you've watched them. They've had their struggles, man. It hadn't been perfect. When you talk to Coach B, I mean, does he talk much about the games and what's going on in the games, or is it more about your future and what's going on with you?
It's more about what's after football.
Mm-hmm.
He never talks about just directly football. It always says that correlates to football. So I feel like that's an important aspect in a coaching's life. Mm-hmm.
Now, you mentioned that how solid you are, but everybody I talked to, the offensive line group, Darius, Mike, Owen, the whole crew, it seems like you guys are all pretty solid, pretty set on what you're going to do. Is that a good sign for the future, just the offensive line kind of coming together as a group already at this early point?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for, especially at this early stage in the recruitment process. We're all just become, one unit, this early. I feel like we have, nothing to stop us in the future.
Okay. Now, like I said to start with, I feel like at the time you and I spoke, you were a 3-star, not everybody knew who you were, and now it's really changed. I mean, you've kind of become, one of those guys in Texas that, it's one of the best tackles in Texas kind of thing, or nationally or whatever. How much has it changed when you're out there on the field? Because I know guys know who you are now. Maybe they did before, because I know you guys play in a district where you're all from the same city, basically, a lot of Cypress stuff. Has it changed at all, your notoriety? I mean, has that changed how kind of people deal with you on the field?
I mean, not really. I mean, I play the same. Everyone plays the same game of football, so
Sure.
I don't really take stars into account. I just play football and I just smash mouth football, really.
The perfect offensive line answer.
Yeah.
I got you, man. Well, I've got Ryan out here. He's got to get back to a few things, but just kind of as a final question, man, as you start looking forward to things, obviously you're going to enroll early and get up there as soon as you can. When you look at Oklahoma, what are the things you want to have ready by the time you get to Norman? Is there something you're working on in your game? I want to be a little bigger, a little stronger. I mean, all of those things. But, I mean, is there something you're really focused on as a senior?
I want to be, one of the most mentally prepared freshmen there. I don't want to mess up no plays when I get there. Focus on my technique. I just want to be mentally sound when I get there.
Okay. Well, again, this has been Josh McCuistion of Sooner Scoop here with Ryan Fodje.